Well, and this is where I think one of the big opportunities lies, because as we're intensifying as a city, building smart, building world class is at the forefront as far as I'm concerned. For us just to do things halfway or just because it's enough that we could make it work, to me it's unacceptable. It's like, it's like you break the fan belt on your car and you get out your sock and you tie it around instead and you say, well, it'll make do. Yeah, it might work for a little while, but it's certainly not the way you should be doing it. You have to do it right. And so, when it comes to transit, having the loop, as they call it, the LRT that is now going to go through our downtown, that is, to me, similar to the Queen Street streetcar in Toronto, where you're allowing people to essentially have that sense of community and have a real soul of a downtown instead of just a bunch of high, tall buildings. We can move the streetscape out towards, those buildings out towards the street and make it more walkable, have that sense of community there. So that's a real opportunity. And the biggest one is we've got a bus rapid transit forecasted for Dundas. For me, I'm a firm believer that this is the opportunity right now that we would go back and take some of the funding that's already been allotted to us and that we ask for a subway. And that would go from Kipling all the way out to here, Ontario, along Dundas, and that snaps into the LRT. And then west of that, along Dundas, is a bus rapid transit that we can upgrade at a later date, but that would go to the University of Toronto Mississauga campus. Okay. And that, to me, is having those proper, routes that we can take, have transit done that way. And down on Lakeshore as well, we've got an issue with Lakeview doubling the density, and there's an opportunity where, we can look at that, work with Toronto and Metrolinx and the province and see if we can actually extend the TTC at the terminus there, right at the Toronto border, and have that come through the Lakeview community and then right back out, loop it essentially from there. So coming up with some real world-class solutions, and then we can go further from there where you can start integrating Eglinton and other areas at the appropriate time. But I say Dundas now because the density that we're going to see there, this is the time to do it right now. Yeah.